Have you ever caught yourself scrolling endlessly through your social media feed, only to realize hours had slipped away? Or found yourself zoning out during a lecture, unable to remember a single detail? If that sounds all too familiar, you're not alone in this modern whirlwind of fragmented thought and scattered focus. In a world full of distractions, our ability to absorb information and learn effectively has become nearly impossible. But what if I told you that there's a way to escape this chaotic learning, to piece together a narrative of understanding and mastery in 6 easy-to-understand, simple steps? Today, let's unravel the dangers of a fragmented mind and discover how you can harness your focus to foster a more cohesive, sustainable approach to learning. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a transformative journey. First off, what exactly is a fragmented mind? And more importantly, are you displaying signs of one? Imagine this: you're watching a YouTube video like this one, hoping to get something useful out of it, but you find your mind jumping from one topic to another. If so, you are displaying symptoms of fragmentation. The danger of this symptom is that your brain is developing like a library with 10% printed books, chaotic, incomplete, and hard to navigate. This kind of learning will lead to gaps in knowledge and make you mentally fragile. If you want to change your situation, learn practical tips on how to ensure cohesive learning, I can help you in 6 easy steps. Let me give you a test. To illustrate fragmentation, every time you consider clicking off this video, I want you to look into the upper corner of the screen. This is a percentage timer on the length of the video. The goal is to make it to 100%, to prove to yourself you can sustain your focus. So as you experience a bit of boredom or disconnect, that is your brain searching for something. And that is truly the benchmark of a fragmented mind. Your ability to persevere is what strengthens your resilience and makes you more apt to have a sustained mind. In college, I exhibited signs of fragmentation. As my professors would drone on about this or that, I had a tendency to zone out and become distracted. I would begin fidgeting with my watch or my pencil, totally losing interest. My solution was a simple technique. I'd place a rubber band around my wrist, and I would begin to condition myself to connect the snap sensation with a reminder to focus. At first, I had practiced starting each lecture snapping the rubber band and intentionally focusing simultaneously. If you're thinking Pavlov with a bell and a dog, yep, that's it. It allowed me to remain focused, and that focus allowed me to sustain my learning through these 6 steps. Congratulations. Look how far you've made it already. So why is sustained learning so important for you? Engaging intensely with one concept at a time, reflecting on it and applying it in real-world situations not only boosts retention, but also enhances understanding and your ability to apply it. So now the moment that I promised. Here is how you do it in 6 steps. Step 1, what you learn. You probably remember being given a bunch of facts and details in high school. While that information was often boring, that base information was essential for memory development. In a sustained mind, neuroscientists call it developing your neural assemblies. Your brain fires in patterns, creating potential to move knowledge from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. This is done when you sleep, playing that same sequence of neural activity hundreds and hundreds of times over. This solidifies memory through complex synchronization. It is about what you need to know towards your goal. So whether you want to be a YouTube star, sophisticated gentleman, get in shape, or a professional speaker, the question is, what do you want to learn? And you start with the what. From that what, you have to answer it with a why. Building upon the facts allows you to make meaning. Maybe you want to become a YouTube star like I suggested. This is where you take the what in step 1 and answer it with a why in step 2. So let's do a couple of whats. What? Create engaging thumbnails and titles. Why? To elicit an emotional draw so the viewer connects and clicks. What? Writing and delivering a likable script. Why? You want the viewer to be entertained, so they return to your content. And what? Build a following through subscribers and watch hours. Why? Because you want to deliver your message that is meaningful for the world. You get the point. The what are the facts, and it translates to the why, which is the understanding of importance. A lack of sustainability has cultivated a YouTube fragmented generation. The successful creators figured out you need to treat a viewer as if they have no attention span at all. And truth be told, we are being conditioned to learn just like this. But you can be different. You can sustain. Look how far you've made it in the video so far. Let's move on to step 3. Use it or lose it. You have to apply what you know and understand. Let's consider getting in shape from my earlier examples. Let's say you know all the healthy facts and understand why they can help you get in shape. But now you have to apply those strategies to your life. As you first start the application process, it's going to be a bit messy and hard. Let me give you an example. I had a friend in high school named Tommy. After high school, he started gaining weight, and eventually his doctor told him he would be required to go on medication. After a moment of clarity and a bit of research, Tommy knew what he had to do, understood why it was important, but now came the hard part. He started applying it to his life. The what and why were irrelevant if he stopped there. He started working slowly towards health. In the long run, he succeeded. Tony Horton would say, "Do your best and forget the rest." Always love that quote. Find a mentor and analyze their successful strategies. Step 4. So if you want to be that YouTube star, maybe you look up Robert Benjamin. If you want to be that sophisticated gentleman, maybe James from Gen Z. A professional speaker, maybe Simon Sinek. You want to get in shape? Maybe Tony Horton. This allows you to dig beneath the surface information and begin seeking out patterns, structures, and causes. It is where you move from learning about a topic to growing towards mastery. Step 5, evaluation. How are you doing with the information you've learned? Have you mastered the facts? Do you understand why your objectives are important to yourself and others? Have you applied this knowledge to your life? Have you found great people to emulate? You have to measure your success, no matter how small, as helpful progress. You have to recognize weaknesses and focus on them and avoid retreating back to fragmented habits, no matter how alluring they seem. Finally, step 6, the final level. Create a change and sustain it. Let me use a world-renowned speaker as an example of having reached this level of sustainability. I want you to listen closely as I describe him, so you can recognize his mastery. Pay attention to what he knows, why he thinks it's important. Does he apply it to his life? Does he analyze the nuances of the topics? And can he evaluate himself and others? Of course, I'm talking about Simon Sinek. He has gained acclaim for his public speaking prowess, marked by a unique blend of charisma, intellectual depth, and a powerful personal narrative. He's created a flourishing platform. One of the key attributes of his speaking style is his ability to articulate complex ideas in an accessible way, a measure of sustained thinking. Sinek often draws on a range of disciplines, including psychology and philosophy and sociology, weaving them into an engaging narrative that resonates with a variety of audiences. Sinek's extensive knowledge of subjects enables him to engage in meaningful dialogue, even when faced with challenging questions. His preparedness and command of the material allow him to navigate complex discussions with ease, often offering provoking insights that encourage critical thinking. This ability to foster intellectual discourse has cemented his reputation as a compelling speaker, inspiring many to reconsider their perspectives on a variety of social and psychological issues. Guess what? You made it. Your perseverance paid off, and you're well on your way to changing your learning style forever. Once you shed the fragmentation that exists all around us and embody the sustainable principles outlined above, I promise you, it will set you apart. If you like this video and enjoyed the content, I encourage you to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. My name is Dr. Jonathan Paul Strucker, longtime educator and author of Emergence. Thank you for joining me today, and stay strong.